Hi Mary, this is Meg. Hey, so we are just gonna jump in here and start with week one. I'm gonna see if I can get through week one and week two in one video. Just because I know that you kind of started a little bit behind, so we're gonna see if we can get you caught up rather quickly. So I just got done looking through all your stuff. I love your beautiful whimsical style, by the way. It's just um, I'm trying very hard not to get baby fever looking at your blog. I was just on your blog just swooning over this little baby. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Um, Sorry, that's just what I just got done doing, so I'm like in babyland right now. Um, Anyways, you mentioned in this little post about kind of feeling conflicted, having an identity crisis, and feeling like things are all over the place. So I wanted to address some of those things. And I actually just went through your website, not really looking for that, and just doing my regular critique. And I came upon a few things that I wanted to point out. First of all, I love this background that you've got going on. It's beautiful. It is very kind of shabby chic. And then I love the little scalloping, and I do feel sorry about that. I got interrupted by a coughing child there. Anyways, I think you have this very pastel, whimsical look going on, and like right here, this photo, and then I was watching. I wanted to first of all kind of point out how like some of these have watermarks on them. Some of them don't have watermarks on them. And then some of them had a whole different watermark on them. Like the senior ones, I'm noticing have, let's see if it'll get to one here. It's not showing it. Like this one doesn't have a watermark. It has round edges, which is fine because these have round edges. This one has a watermark on. I noticed they are all a bit different, and the senior ones have a completely different logo and watermark on it altogether. So what I think is really important is consistency. And hopefully this will just kind of give you an overall, just as an outsider looking in. And obviously I'm being very nitty-gritty picky with this because this is a critique. But I would love to see more consistency just in these photos kind of flashing through here. Here's the one where it's just a totally different logo than any of the other ones. So what I would do is redo these images, go back to the native files, and take the watermark off of all of them and let them just be, because you've got your logo here. You don't need a watermark here. People aren't really probably going to steal from this show. This, what is it? Flash. So unless you want to, if you want to watermark all of them, I would watermark them all with this logo so it's all consistent. But you have it right here, so I think it would almost look redundant to have it again, if that makes sense. What I would do is take the watermark off of all of them and just let the images be. So I hope that helps right there. I kind of went through, let's see, the information, and this one has scallops on it. Like that's just another thing where some of them are just different. So the biggest thing would be consistency, is to make sure that they are all the same. They're all the same pixels wide. They're all consistent. It doesn't bother me when you have two images as long as it's just consistent. So let's go through here. I love this. I love that you guys, you're a couple, and you have. The only thing that it did have me confused on is why the business name isn't Mary and Josh, but it's not that confusing. A lot of people do that, but it did startle me that it was a husband and wife when I originally just was expecting Mary. I love that you guys talk about I love that you guys are both teachers. I think that's adorable, and it's unique, something that's really unique about you that people can kind of grab hold of. I love your description. It's just beautiful. Design-wise, I am noticing, like right here, everything is really butted up right against this line. And I know that there is a way to either not center a line, but increase these. I'm guessing you're using ProPhoto. Yeah, in ProPhoto you could definitely do this. There's a way where you can go in and you can increase the margin size here, the amount of pixels. so that your words aren't butted up right against the edge right here. It is distracting, and design-wise, it would look a lot more clean if you had it, if you had a bit more of a buffer space right here. So I would go in there and see if you could do that. And then also centering the photo, I think, would be great. It would just give it a lot more of a polished look. And actually, it was the same thing for the rest of this. I noticed it's really butted up against right here. I'd love to see the margin increase right there. But I went through all this stuff, your FAQs, and my only bit of recommendations on the FAQs was that I was noticing that you used a lot of verbiage of like, well, we tried to get them done, or sometimes we don't get your images done, because during the school year it can take longer. I would make sure that these are locked down tight, meaning instead of saying that you should receive them in 2 weeks, if you guys are busy sometimes, I would say, you'll receive them within 4 weeks. And then that gives you guys some buffer time, and you're under promising, and then you're over delivering. So I hope that helps a little bit. Just a little pointer right there. I went to your vlog, and that's looking really good. Let's see, I love this top thing right here with it. It's so beautiful. And then this okay, I do have a question about your watermark. I am conflicted and confused about it because I've seen a few different watermarks, and then I'm seeing this logo, and that logo is not that watermark. So I'm confused there because usually, you want to be consistent with your logo to be your watermark. Or, maybe you changed your logo recently. I don't know. Maybe this is your new logo. And that would be totally fine, if you're moving over to a new logo. But I think it's really important to make sure that your logo is your watermark. And I can't tell which one's which at this point, which is your actual logo. So consistency is key there. I really like you've got all the images lined up really well on here, filling up the space. And then I noticed one down here. Where was it? Oh, this one that was bumped out with a color thing. That was the one that just stood out to be inconsistent to me. So just making sure that those are all really consistent. Obviously, you're getting the hint here that I'm all about consistency. So then I went to your Facebook. I love the colors. I love the pink and the whimsical look, and it matches your photography style so well. Same thing about the logo is I'm just not sure if this is your logo. It looks like this is a condensed version of this logo, but it's different than this logo. So I'm kind of guessing that this is your new logo. So what I'd love to see is for that to be here. And so it is all consistent. Then in one other thing is that here you're using a lot of purples and this very like a watercolor streak, which is beautiful. But then here you're using a lot of pinks. It's all pink and white. So if I were you, I would pick a color and stick with it because here I get the vibe that your branding colors are purple. And then when I go to your Facebook, I get a completely different vibe that you're just very pink. So I think if I were you, I would stick with one, decide and just go with one, and let that be what your color is. And then right here is teal, which is great if you want to do a secondary color. But if I were you, I would just stick with, pick your branding color palette and stick with it. Again, it's just my little consistency thing. I'm being nitpicky. But overall, gosh, girl, you've got something beautiful going on. Your work is gorgeous, and I think it's very moving, and it speaks to me, and I am excited about your business. So I am going to go ahead and get started on the next video. I'm going to stop this one because my kids are starting to wake up, and I'll get started on the next one in a little bit.